Brian Palavai here with Sage Canaday before the North Face Endurance Challenge Championships. How you doing, Sage?
Good. How about yourself?
Doing well. Seen you around this year. After you've made your leap up to ultra running, you've had great success. You know, you had a good run out at Chuckanut, setting the course record at White River, chasing Max at URock, beating a ton of good runners in the process. How's your confidence coming into what might be the most competitive race you've run in ultra running yet?
Confidence is good. I like where I'm at, and since I've gone the distance now, like before it was like, oh man, 50 miles is so far, but now that I've gone 62 miles, it's like I'm stepping back down, so that makes me feel a little bit better about this race.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, did you ever have that feeling, you know, as you sort of worked up toward the marathon and then you would jump back down to a half? Was it, you know, sort of not more confidence, but you could sort of be more aggressive, or it was just easier? Or
well, for me, the shorter distances aren't necessarily easier, but yeah, you know, I mean, you feel stronger, and so you have the confidence of like, okay, my strength is good, and mentally, I think it's just I don't have to suffer for as long, so you know, you get it over fast. Like URock 8 hours was really hard to wrap my head around, so I'm thinking, you know, 6 hours sounds more manageable, so that's more of the confidence.
And we just learned literally a couple minutes ago that the course has changed for tomorrow, and that it will be short by a couple miles. Really can't say anything yet because I don't know when this is going to air relative to the official announcement of that distance. But it's going to be a little short. It's going to be a fast, not only a fast course, but a shorter course. Are you going to try to be aggressive on it, or do you think there's going to be a pack that just goes out?
I guess a little. I'll view my finishing time as being a little faster. Just because it's shorter, but you know, it's still a long distance for me, and you kind of have to play it by ear. I'm not exactly sure what the conditions will be like during the race, and I think I'm a little disappointed if there's less vertical. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I like the idea of more vertical, but
that's interesting.
Just have to adjust, you know, and play it by ear.
I mean, you're maybe have one of the fastest marathon, flat marathon PRs in the course, but you used to enjoy the hills, or why would you want more?
Yeah, I enjoy the hills, up hills more than down.
Yeah.
But no, I like the challenge, and I like the feeling of grinding up a hill, and
I guess you've had some success with that this year with with Mount Washington, the win there.
Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I think White River had some good rollers, and I like the long climbs there. So
yeah, there's definitely you were disappointed to hear that a couple of those big climbs will not be there on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm not sure where, but
somewhere.
Yeah.
How do you? I mean, you've run in the Olympic trials marathon. You've raced against just slews of great runners. What have you learned in those experiences? Like what did you take out of running in a race like that as opposed to maybe a smaller marathon where you don't have that depth? Do you approach it mentally differently?
I haven't actually run like a smaller marathon.
Okay.
I wish I have, because I think it'd be a better feel. Like, but I see like these ultra races a lot of times the field's a little bit smaller, so you know it's more that feel. And it's more relaxed, you know, it's more enjoyable. Big race marathons, you got, you know, all these international athletes, Olympic athletes a lot of times, and it's pretty a humbling experience when you're out there. But just the road mindset's a lot different from the ultra trail mindset too. So it's like it's totally different.
Yeah. And how about now you've been in the culture a little bit longer? Like you were just chatting with Ian Sharman, like you guys know each other forever, and like. Is it the same sort of thing happen? I mean, anybody who's been around ultra running know that happens among all of these. Like, there's good friendships, and you hang out beforehand, you have a beer afterward, and it's great. Does the same sort of thing happen in the elite road running ranks?
It does in some circles, I'd say, but it's kind of on a different scale.
Okay.
Like there'll be little circles of athletes that know each other that do the same races, but it's not as close knit of a community. People are probably a little more secretive, like about their training and stuff. They don't want to give away their strategies, and they're probably a little more cutthroat too, especially with the upper level athletes. You know, they're trying to compete for making an Olympic team or making $100,000 at Boston or whatever. those, upper level athletes, it's more cutthroat. I didn't have to worry about that, but
yeah. But you haven't seen that dealing with the likes of Max or Ian or.
Oh no, those are great guys. I've
Yeah.
learned a lot from them, so it's good to be around.
Yeah. You've been trying to do you've been doing the professional running thing for a couple of years now. How do you cobble it together? How do you make life as a runner work? I mean, everybody's curious about that.
Yeah, well, I call it living the dream.
Yeah.
Basically, it's what I always wanted to do coming out of college. I got some side sources of income. I sell my book, Running for the Hansons, through VO2maxproductions.com.
Yeah.
And I make some off ads on my YouTube channel. And I've actually started coaching this year too. Yeah, so I do that. And, through sponsorship too, I got really fortunate with Scott Sports, Flora Health, Hugo's Oil, Smith Optics, Drumex Socks,
Nice.
Ultimate Direction. So without the sponsorships, I wouldn't be here right now.
It's really
So it took a lot of hard work. I emphasize social media marketing a lot. So I think that helps the sponsors out, helps me out. So it's a win-win. So being on iRunFar.com, it's good exposure.
Yeah. Well, you've really grown into the sport this past year, and best of luck this weekend.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.